Well, good morning, folks. Thought I'd bring you in and show you what I was doing here this morning. I'm going to make a couple of pies. Now, this one here is an apple pie, and I'd already made up my crust for it, and I'm putting them together. This is a homemade pie filling. It's not store-bought. Now, I'm going to make a blueberry, but that'll be a can-bought. Weren't much to show, that's why I didn't start from the beginning. But you know, to make my dough, I had this is kind of a double batch. It's 4 cups of flour, about a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. I got 10 tablespoons of butter, real butter, and I got 10 teaspoons of Crisco. And I don't know, about 10 tablespoons or so of water, and that's all it takes to make that. Now, I did chill that overnight in the refrigerator, and that's about all there is to putting together pie dough. It's pretty easy to make, and of course, if you want to buy it store-bought, I guess you can, but I'm so used to making my own, I just always do. Now, we've got to try to make this a little prettier. The edges around a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is, after I get this pie ready, is I'll cover it with an egg wash. Okay, so now I'm going to try to seal this together just by pinching my fingers to go around the pie. Seal the two together. Kind of the boring part, I guess. Normal cookies, I don't know, about 375, 400 for 25, 30 minutes, and I'll check on them, see if they're browning up really good. All right, so I'll find it's my skinning knife here. Don't do much skinning anymore, but I always like the knives because they're razor sharp. Yeah. I always like to skin my perch with these when I go ice fishing, but I haven't been lately. My old body just can't take the cold anymore. So I just sit there and dream about when I did. Now I'm going to put a few vent holes in this, so I'll just come across here and just go one long one, a couple short ones, one long one, couple short ones, and 3 little ones. There. That's about all there is to that. Get off my excess dough here. Sure I got it all. There we go, homemade apple pie. Somebody'd be very happy. I don't eat much pie anymore, but every once in a while I like to have a little bit of slice of it. So I'll put the other one together, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Well, now I'm working on the blueberry one. Hope I haven't got any blueberry on my mustache. I licked the spoon. Guess I got it off. All right. Oh, this is just 1 egg and about a ½ teaspoon of sugar for coating the topping. I don't know if I told you, you're going to cook these at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Then you're going to crank it down around 300. and let it run for 35 to 45 minutes, and you should have some pie. Now these may boil over, so I recommend you take some aluminum foil or something and just put it on the bottom of your oven, just so you don't have, you know how it is trying to clean them out. I don't know about you, but you bend over with your back down there trying to scrub that stuff out, and oh, I don't know, it's worse than shoveling cow shit. All right. We'll put that on there. I guess it's gonna work. We'll see what we see. Go around and around here. I already got the oven on preheat. I used 2 cans of blueberry, whatever those cans are. What are they, 16-ounce cans? So that's 32 ounces. That's about what I used in the apple pie. Of course, that was homemade, so it came in a quart jar, one of them canning jars. My sister makes them, then cans them. She does blueberry too, but my son was up and he saw them blueberries there and sat there and ate the whole jar, so. Oh well. Of course, I sat there and didn't say anything. No, don't eat that, that's for my pie. I just let him slobber it in. I guess if that's what it takes to get him to come and see me, I guess it's worth a can of that. All right. Get my Skinner knife here. Not much waste to this dough. Pretty much used it all. That looks about right. Alright, that's all the waste I got out of all that, so it ain't much. Same thing, you want to bench your pie. Little one, long one, little one, 3 little ones, 3 little ones. There, that's that. Now I need a painter up brush. I want this one, yeah, that'll work alright, I guess. Paint these up in good shape, and you should have a nice brown crust when you get done. Yeah, that sugar in there will sweeten it up, plus help crystallize it a little bit. Guarantee you there won't be any left over after Thanksgiving, I guess. They'll chow it all down. What was it, those blackbirds that used to fly out of these pies? I don't know, something like that. Trying to remember back in the 50s in fairy tales, but I'm lucky to remember to get out of bed in the morning. All right, got my apple pie here. Oh, don't drop her on the floor, that would be embarrassing. I'd cut the film, throw it back in there, and continue on. Just kidding. It's awful cold out there. It was only 14 degrees this morning. Of course, like an idiot, I went out taking pictures yesterday. I don't do a lot of it in the wintertime, but I sit there and get the hankering for some photographs and some video, so I go out and do it. Good to keep your car running a little while in the winter too. Keeps things lubed up and keeps your brakes from freezing up on you. You want to take and use it so that everything will work fine. I think after I get these baked, I might make some homemade chocolate fudge. Yeah, the real homemade, you know, with the cocoa chocolate and evaporated milk. It should be good. Put some walnuts in it. And that should conclude my Thanksgiving cooking. Then I gotta do it all over again for Christmas. It's the only way I get invited somewhere is they know I'm bringing the pie, so they always say, hey, you're coming up. They said, don't forget the pies. I said, all right, I won't forget the pies. And I make the fudge or cookies just as a treat in between. All right, so I guess that's all I'm going to do for this film, but I might come back and show you what they look like after they bake. See you in a while. Well, I think my pies are ready. Got my handy dandy gloves. And I got 2 of them. Don't know where I got these. I think it was Amazon. What are they called? I like them though. They're Sung Woo. Sung Woo. S-U-N-G-W-O-O. Good old American name. Oh, let's see here. Ooh, these things look hot. There's the apple. Nice brown. It looks like I got some blueberry all over. I'm glad I put this Reynolds wrap underneath it. Whew. Yeah. There. Not bad. Not bad. Can you see them? Yep. Those are going to be yummy. Well, I'll get a little clean up and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Well, I guess the next thing I said like I was going to make was some chocolate fudge. And I got my ingredients in here. Just give this another stir. Make sure my cocoa is mixed up here. I like the smell of that. Well, let me tell you what I put into it. I got my recipe here somewhere. You'd think I'd be able to remember all these recipes that I got. Everything that I put together, I always write them down on a piece of paper. If I like them, if I don't, then I try something different. All right, chocolate fudge with walnuts. Okay, we got 1.5 cups of butter. Let's see, what have I got here? Looks like 1/2 cup. So I need some more of that, don't I? I think I've got some. Good old Cabot. 2 of these will equal a cup. And 1 stick is 1/2. Now this is the old-fashioned fudge. It's not some of that quick fudge that you usually make. But anyway, that's the butter. We don't want to put that in there until we reach our temperature, candy temperature. The soft temperature is, I don't know, 232. And we want it towards the candy stage a little bit so it'll set up good. And that should be 234, 236. Depends how bad it's boiling over. But you can test that a lot of different ways. I like using this thing. I've got temperature 70.3. Then I got this one here in the pot. The thing I don't like about it doesn't stay on. Somewhere there's an on and off button. Maybe it's on the back. Yeah, it is. See, and that says 67.8. If you're using one of these, make sure it's not touching on the very bottom. You want it up off the bottom an inch, inch and a half. And where did I leave off? Told you about the butter. And I got 6 cups of sugar. Now keep in mind this is a double batch because I'm making some to freeze. You can see I got the, can you see the pan over there? Yeah, I got a pan over there. It's a huge pan. And I want to cut them up and freeze them for the holidays. So sugar, I said sugar. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I got 3 cups of evaporated milk. Oh, wait a minute, I made a mistake there. That's 1.5 cups of cocoa, a 1/2 cup of butter. So I had that right in the beginning. So whatever I said before, disregard. I can't read my own writing. I wrote this down, I scribbled it. So start over, 1.5 cups of butter, 6 cups of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of evaporated milk, a 1/2 cup of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I got maple syrup mixed in with my sugar. I think I put about a cup and a half of that in. And I got the nuts. And we're going to try to obtain the temperature 238 to 240. Maybe. We'll see what we can do with this. Okay, so put this butter back away. And always use a wooden spoon for these. Let's give this another quick stir. Now once this turns this on, don't touch it. Wait till it's start to a good boil before you do that. Put that there. Now we're going to put the heat on medium high. Now as it starts to boil over, you got to cut it down a ways, but that's going to take time for it to heat up a bit. So we'll be back a little later to see what it looks like.